who came by the shop, stopped at the end of the road and looked into my shop. And when I stared back at him and started moving towards the door, he hauled ass. I'm talking about he actually put his vehicle in jeopardy, getting into an accident, moving into the traffic the way he did. So, but I already told the police about that. That was about a year or so ago. So, who knows? But this is a lot bigger than most people, most American guys realize. This goes deeper. This is international. Once it gets outside the country, you don't know it. We got countries all over the world that hate us now, and not because we're free, because our politicians have caused shit in their countries. There's a concerted effort, and it's obvious with the Occupy people, to take America as we know it down. And as far as I'm concerned, that's biblical. So, and if it goes down, if tyranny reigns in this country, if totalitarianism reigns in this country, people they find, anybody that is found to be offensive will be just removed. So we are looking at some serious shit coming down the road. And there's only a few people, there's only a few groups that can actually stop this. And I'm thinking that you guys being online the way you are might not be such a bad thing if you can use it to the advantage of this country and get information on these morons. Because the ones out of the country is the most dangerous. Oh, hold on a second. Yep, hold on. Okay. So go ahead. Yeah. He refuses to believe. No. He's emotional. He's emotionally unbalanced. So he threatened my life. The police are aware of this. Yes, Friday night. Yep. So, and he came storming. If he had missed his brakes, his car would have been parked in my shop. He pulled into my parking lot going probably about 30 to 40 miles an hour and jacked up on the brakes. And I've got a short parking lot. I've got it's a car length, a little over a car length from the street to the building. So he's got some serious problems. So. No. He didn't even get. No, he didn't get into. I didn't give him an opportunity to get into the shop. I went right to the door. So. Well, the bottom line is that once this gets, Tariq Malik, right now, there is probably a price on PrankNet's heads. They've caused so much havoc and mayhem over the years. Say what? No, but see, sometimes it takes a while for certain people to the correct people that will actually...
I think you may have reached us by mistake.
I'm going to hang up and I'll call 911 and I'll have them call you.
So, and it's Tariq Malik knows that there are people that want to see him dead. And eventually, someone to make that happen. they will be just as fucked up as him. With regard to putting some shit away here. Just as fucked up in the head, they won't care. Or something may have happened in their life just recently that made them feel that life wasn't worth living, and why not go take Toledo, you know? No, Dane's been Dane was apprised a long time ago. But you know something? Listen, you know how fucked up he is? He was being prank called, and he came to the shop telling me I was prank calling him, and it was my voice. And guess what? I was talking to him at the door when he was being prank called with my voice, accusing me of prank calling him, and I wasn't even on the phone. Okay? You can't argue with that kind of logic. So, and he just, there's some guys, listen to this mental illness is all over the place. And there's not much you can do about it. So, that's how come people murder each other. As far as I'm concerned, that's mental illness, because that's not natural behavior. That's not normal behavior. When people have the ability to not concern themselves with other people's lives, and don't even but they're not even concerned about their own life, because in today's society, unlike yesteryear, when you could potentially get away with something, because it wasn't as much, there wasn't the internet, there wasn't cameras all over the place. That's even, and you know something? This venue of prank calling is probably going to be the last bastion of anonymity before it goes away. As a matter of fact, I just sent somebody, because they says, oh yeah, blah, 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 about the feds, about the spoofing, but they were young guy, didn't even care. So, I said, oh, really, send me an email address and I'll send you the law. Because he said, oh, I've looked for the law, I can't find the law. No, he didn't look for the law. So I sent him the law, and I showed him that every time he does it, there's a fine of up to $10,000 for spoofing a telephone number. And with a maximum, if it's a continued violation from the same number, it matches out at $1 million. Well, that's kind of beyond most people's capabilities to pay. Plus, there's criminal penalties involved as well. So, and each time it's from a different number, it's considered a different violation, a separate violation. So right now, I have about 8 spoof numbers from people. And I don't know why you call on a spoof number, because I've already got your stuff on. Technically, oh yeah. Okay. So somebody else with the spoof numbers, it is a number. If any, let's put it this way: if it's done with to defraud or to harm, that's what makes it against the law. So technically speaking, this would be a violation of a sort, but it wouldn't fall under the parameters of a criminal act. So there's there's the civil, there's the criminal, and then there's the combined. So this probably wouldn't fall under either the civil or the criminal. Yeah, this isn't a real. This doesn't belong to anybody, right? No. I'm talking about. Yeah, it doesn't belong to a legitimate person. I mean, it doesn't belong. It's not like you're spoofing somebody else's telephone number. Hey. Wait. I get it. Right. So whatever number you call out and they display is your number, really. So it's not up to you. It's not up to you. It's up to the service provider that displays the number. That's the number you're calling out on. Yeah, so that would be considered legitimate business use, unless it is used to defraud or harm a Fed caller who also is getting information from different sources. He asked me what I thought I had lost since it started. And he says, well, based on Yelp's call to me, which was about 2 weeks ago, asking me questions. Well, somebody had given them a heads up. Somebody called them and told them about reviews on my Fedboys Yelp account, and they went there, without calling or anything. They just went there and checked it out. And what they did was they filtered 9 of the 12 messages. They said 3 could be potentially legit. We don't know, but they don't fall within the parameters of the other 9, which use extreme vulgarity. And in different locations, not only in the country but around the globe. And this is, it didn't make sense that anybody from another area of the world or the country would send a data recovery to me. So they filtered those, and they're hidden from public view. And they called me and they says, you've gotten 67 views in your area for data recovery. How many were calling to find out? And they weren't just calling to find out how many were monetized, converted and monetized, which you probably realize means became customers. I said, well, you know something? On my forums, I got referred by, I said, none of them were from Yelp. And they said, we didn't think so. And then they told me the story about the illegitimate cylinders and defamatory reviews. And so if you deducted the 9 from the 70, from the 79, that's 70 potential customers, and we'll give it the benefit of the doubt and say 50 of them didn't use my services, 50% didn't use my services. That's 35 right there that would have used my services for data recovery at an average cost of $1,000 a job. That's $35,000 I lost. That's at the very, very, very minimum. Typically speaking, I've lost 5 to 6 phone calls a month. That's $5,000 to $6,000 a month. So I'm almost out of business. And there's no way I can continue to sustain this kind of loss. And right now, since I started business, since it started in 2009, I've gone $250,000 in debt. I'm $250,000 in debt now. And people say, why don't you just file bankruptcy? Why don't you just give up? Because I'm not the kind of guy that gives up. And at some point, I will probably have to file bankruptcy. I don't know what the threshold, I'm going to be finding that out this coming week, what the threshold is for filing bankruptcy is. Is it $500,000? Is it $1 million? What is it? Because I'm not going to give up until there is absolutely no recourse. So, but they haven't taken that money just from me. They've taken that money from my family. So, can you imagine being $250,000 in debt? And not to mention that, having your reputation completely decimated on the net, it gets to you. But, I have a strong faith. There's a lot of things going down in this country. And my philosophy is that, you know, what we sow, we shall reap. And that's why there's certain, I have no ill will towards any of these guys. I don't want to see any of these guys dead. Technically speaking, I don't want to see any of these guys jailed. What I would have liked to see is them change around like you did and provide information and take what they've been doing and turn it against our real enemies that are using some of these guys. I believe some of these guys like Mr. Hat that are in different countries are using some of the prank callers for their own personal gain and to create chaos within this country for their benefit, and have also set up a fail-safe system so the crimes that they're committing not only in this country but in other countries that the American prank callers will take the fall for. That was suggested to me. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Yeah. Great. 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 Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, did you? Okay. Well, I haven't been in Dropbox in a long time for. What is it doing now? What I could do is find out who around here. There's guys around here. I'd like to find out who all those guys are. Really? My bio that I wrote in high school? What does it say? I never wrote a bio in high school, I don't think. Oh, where's that? I don't remember that. Take your time. No rush. Yeah, I'm doing that now. Okay, so that would be, let's see what the hell is that? Would that be, what was it, the C, what was it, what folder was that? Was that CTH? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. What's the charge as MP3? MP3.
$86 is defrauding an innkeeper.
Oh. Yeah, I remember that. Hey, you'd make a good private investigator. Well, no, you're not, because you're not getting paid for it. Okay. Okay, so I had phone text. Okay, great. Mr. Hat, you're a fucking Christian. Listen, Mr. Hat, hey, AntiPrankPerson, get out of here. Person, nope. That's too funny, nope. One word answer. I like that. Oh, you're going down. That's funny. This is funny. I'll ban you, then you won't be able to talk your spiel. Nismo. Nismo's done a good job. Mr. Half. Say what's on your mind. Toriko. Ban. Andrea Halo. You shouldn't abuse your power banning people. Alright. AntiPrankPerson. Toriko, you're dead. Who knows how long he'll stay banned? Mr. Hat, he doesn't count. Toriko, I've been singing Last Christmas on karaoke. You must be high. AntiPrankPerson, 1 minute. And you scared of him? And you go, be a man, grow some balls. He's a douchebag. Just because I do my own thing doesn't mean shit. Puerto Rico, who are you, Mr. Hat? You don't have your own thing. Mr. Hat, you're a fucking Christian. And AntiPrankPerson, blonde, I own Frank Garrett. Mr. Hat, did you purchase his ashes? Puerto Rico, no one more brainwashed than Chris the Hacker. AntiPrankPerson, I made him. Puerto Rico, religion sucks. Mr. Hat, you aren't even a real Christian. You aren't Catholic. AntiPrankPerson, you guys are going into the master plan. AntiPrankPerson, Hat, you're first. Middle class thinker. I wasn't to be in it. Middle class, yeah. Middle class, part of something. Mr. Hat, you ain't Catholic, you ain't Jewish, you ain't nothing, bitch. World class thinker. I want to feel part of world class thinker, of David Hero. I got your IP address, nigga. Mr. Hat, your mentality is founded upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. Whatever the hell that means. Torico, Dan, please. AntiPrankPerson, Hat, your website is first to go. AntiPrankPerson, all your videos on YouTube. And then you. Mr. Hat, it'll never happen, man. I own WordPress. AntiPrankPerson, that's why your website disappeared. Mr. Hat, WordPress isn't owned by the same people as webs. AntiPrankPerson, had to run and move to WordPress, huh? Had to run and move to WordPress. Torico, FFS Hat, Mr. Hat. My website is still online. I just moved it to a better format. I told Chris everything you know about you. Mr. Hat, ah, shit. Torico, why can't you just ban these cunts? Mr. Hat, what I just said. Mr. Hat, you have a mental deficit, AntiPrankPerson. Just claiming responsibility to the webs, but it was me and a few followers who took it down. AntiPrankPerson. We'll send the complaints. Torico, every time I come here, someone talks shit. AntiPrankPerson, complaints. Torico, usually me. Torico, haha. Mr. Hat, he didn't claim responsibility, actually. He attempted to, but it was us. Mr. Hat. O-W, you greasy little nerd, you. Go say a prayer to Jesus, will you? AntiPrankPerson, Nismo has been working behind your back this whole time. You never saw it. Mr. Hat. Oh, no. Andrea Halo. How would you know? Andrea Halo. Come to think of it. This is funny. She's Andrea Halo. It's rather suspicious that Nismo would give me admin. Ah, that's suspicious. AntiPrankPerson, he's been sending me messages on YouTube. AntiPrankPerson, for 4 years now. It's that we've seen all those messages. You ain't got nothing on him, pal. Torico, pal. I'm saying pal. That's interesting because a Brit wouldn't say it like that. You ain't got nothing on him, pal. Okay, that is good. That's good. Torico has left the chat. You there? You there? Okay. We'll close that shit. Okay, I'm out. I'll have fun. They'll be back later. Have promotions. Mr. Hat, you ain't got nothing on tech either. You failed. Real quick, has left the chat. AntiPrankPerson, you told me just about everything I need to know for pinning the evidence against you. Mr. Hat, okay, what's my name? Can't say. It's pending in the federal court system as of now. Mr. Hat, I find it so funny that after all this time, Chris hasn't even gotten my name, my general location, or even a pic. AntiPrankPerson, you thought you had a bargaining chip, but sorry to tell you, you don't. So, Mr. Hat, that can't be true. We have contacts in the PD. We'd know about it. They lied to you. And just to keep you close. And what's the asterisk mean? Oh, okay. You. Oh, yeah. Mr. Hat, no, it's the other way around. Mr. Hat, like Fight Club. You run to the cops, but the cops are working for us. AntiPrank, you think they like working with you? Ha. You make me want to laugh, Mr. Hat. Ha-ha. They have no choice. Well, once you slip up and start destroying lives, you won't be needed anymore. They tell us who to destroy. This is a great running. This could be a little freaking movie, a little skit. And this that okay, maybe I have no choice. Action phase would be in place. Mr. Hat, Mossad, Israel. Interesting that he would even mention that. Mr. Hat, we're all the same people, man. We're all the same people, man. Mr. Hat, you should join us. You would be so happy. And you are nothing but a little kid who uses prank calling as a means to get little or to no respect from people who can care less about you, Mr. Hat. I'm a grown man with 6-figure salary. Interesting. AntiPrankPerson, they just want some fun and you to provide it like a monkey on a shoulder. AntiPrank, you are pathetic, Mr. Hat. IDK? I don't know. Coming from you, I think that's a compliment. Keep up the lies because you'll never be anything in life worth meaning. You regard respect as being a sheep. Far but simple, but you are trash in the eyes of your queen. The only queen in my life is you, fag. So that is. He should have. His husband is a Brit. Maybe say something like that. I don't know. You talk like a fag. A fag, some that must mean you're a fag. It was so. You said you're the only person retired enough to actually pursue prank callers. He doesn't realize he does. That's funny because he doesn't even know. And I'm not the only one. He said the cops know it's a joke. I mean, come on, nobody cares. You must be a troll. AntiPrankPerson, you undermine your organization. Mr. You aren't capable of having an organization. You're a Christian follower. You don't look through the glass walls too often, do you? AntiPrankPerson, often. Mr. What would I see if I did? Have Christians suddenly growing some balls? You can't understand anybody that you come across because all you can see is this straight, is a straight path. But I try to understand you people, but you're so stupid that there's nothing to gain from understanding your inner feelings. But I did take the time. You think everyone is simple-minded, and you are the only one that is smart enough to not get caught. I see you as a piece on a chessboard. I know why you do what you do, but I don't care to know what you dream about at night, if that's what you mean. Just that you are very misguided. You could never, as a person, APP, you could never understand your thinking because your mind is clouded. APP. JMT? Oh, Jedi Magic Trick. JMT question, Jedi Magic Trick. From my perspective, the Jedi are evil. Are you a stormtrooper? Am I right? And you are a stormtrooper, am I right? And yeah, BRB, be right back. Is that no, Star Wars is a cliche. AntiPrankPerson, you follow others and can't think for yourself. Is that okay, troll, or not? Do you really want to know why I do this? Is that the real reasons, psychology behind it? You do try to stray a bit away, but you get sucked back. into this. Go on, let's see. See, people go through life without ever knowing the real excitement or drama. They stay in a bubble and never do anything. They never leave their comfort zone. AntiPrankPerson. More to this? In a perfect world, we'd have adventure and drama and a war and all of the things that get the adrenaline up in people's lives. More? I like that. But I figure out that if you can rile people up on the phone, then you make them break out of their bubble. They become empowered and they take control of their lives. This guy's nuts. Not just on the phone, but in the case of prank calls. That's it. Prank call more? There's a fair summary. That's a fair summary. Okay, I see where you're coming from. I get my thrill from getting results from taking out prank callers, and you get yours from the above statement. No, it's not me who gets the rush from it. It's the people who get targeted. They scream and rage and they become empowered. This guy's fucked up. I figure out that if you rile people up on the phone, then you can make them break out of their bubble. They become empowered. They take control of their lives. They do what they never thought they could do. Do you see? Right. That's got nothing to do with me. I do it for them. I force them out of their bubble and force them to stand on their own feet. How they commit suicide? That was a fiction. How they cause overdose? Whose overdose? How they get so mad at one another they steal from each other? I'm aware of one suicide rumor which was proven to be a lie. The Richard case of the mailbox. Was that Richard Hudson? Yeah, Mr. Hat, haha. Richard is a better man than he was before. Oh, having 4 men arrested? Virtually everybody is. The only example I can think of is Chris Perron, but he's evidently suffering the same delusions you are. The short rise is better than empowering them. He thinks there is divine order and things should be a certain peaceful way, and you're both very deeply wrong. Term, you can imagine what life would be like if there was eternal peace. If everyone had a 9-to-5 job and 25 kids and working in Starbucks, Bubba Dave has joined the chat. Okay. However, so fucking boring that would be. Pat, there is something more about you than you're telling me. And what would that be? What would humanity be? It would be a nation of zombies. Face it, people need to break their shells. Let the people do it themselves, not having so person call them day in and day out for a prolonged period of time. Some. In fact, even in your case, if there was peace, what would be doing with your life? Atrophy in front of the TV. No. People wouldn't do it for themselves. We all know it. I would be living a life without worries of people in nature. But what would you be doing with your life? What purpose would there be? Mortgages at best? LOL. This guy's fucked up. He doesn't do anything. He just lives behind his computer. He doesn't realize that there's people out there that, take weekend rides on motorcycles, rock climb. I mean, he's got no... This shows his mentality. This is an absolute spot-on conversation of his mentality. Working 9 to 5. His idea is working in 9 to 5 and doing nothing else. And having a mortgage. Everything he loathes is everything he could be living. This is potentially, he potentially could be working 9 to 5, making 6 figures. Everything he's doing, everything he just articulated, you might have actually caused a conversation that told us that Mr. Blonde does work a job making 6 figures is so fucking miserable and can see nothing more to life. And maybe he's married, and maybe he does have kids. And maybe he does have a mortgage. And maybe he thinks that when he gets angry, that it makes him feel alive. So he's kind of passing the favor along. It's kind of a twisted mindset, but this dude's twisted. But you got a lot of shit out of him that I believe was real, and some of it was probably hell. Huh? Oh, there is? Say that to the end. Oh, I'm all the way, let me see, no, I'm all the way down to the bottom. He says, bye-bye, little butter. Yeah, so it's also a great enemy. It's also your greatest enemy. Okay, let me see. 9 to 5. So. Yeah, okay, let me see. I'll be living life with words, people, and age. I do it to help the damaged souls that you took and threw aside. No, I didn't ask you why. I asked you if you weren't doing it, what would you be doing? I would be working full time and starting up my own business. Haha, I was right. You'd be working 9 to 5 for shitty money. You wouldn't be having conversations like these. You'd be counting beans and learning nothing. And would not have to worry about my business phone being lit up by people like you. 9 to 5? Tell me about it, Tell me about it, Is that the prank caller? He was online? What are you trying to get? Oh, so tell me about it, Oh, what are you trying to get him to do? Wrong on that note. Well, this was fun, Blonde, but I gotta be going now, so maybe one day when this is over, we could be friends. No info on tech. No info on tech. Typical. You did the same thing with Nismo and avoided answering that. Tell me you've been nothing. Tell me you've got nothing. LOL. See you later. See ya. Nota is a bishop on my chessboard. I'll bet sideways moving, motherfucker. Haha. Moving sideways. Sideways moving, motherfucker. Haha. Nismo is a knight. And you're the queen. And soon to be in my rook is the Bloody's Marjorie. She has told you. Has she told you anything? Oh. You don't know what is going on around you. I haven't spoken to Marjorie in a few days. She's never online anymore. I wonder if someone has gotten to her. Everyone who is her best is your best friend. Mr. Derp. It's also your greatest enemy. Enmity. What will you do when the prank calls disappear? Prank calls disappear. Or even better, if there were never any such thing as prank calls, what would you be doing? I'd probably be using the opportunity to enter public life and make my message more worldwide. See, that kind of statement, along with, and then humanity shall know, and phase 2 will come into play. So this guy's an anarchist, there's no doubt about it. AntiPrankPerson, well, I guess that's the answer. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Sure. I missed that. Who knows? Who knows? AntiPrank, well, it's truly fun. I'm saving the logs, and I'll get back to you in a few days. Bye-bye, little brother. That's a long take. That's probably an hour and a half right there. Yeah. Okay. Great logs. Anyway, well, listen. I'm gonna grab me something to eat. I got a lot of work to do. I had a 3-hour email that I had to get out. So, but thanks. I appreciate that. And once this all wraps up, dude, I'm gonna do something with you. I don't know what, but figure that out then. Yeah, start in the beginning. Was it just stats? Is it just stats? Stats, well, you know something, my stats really don't matter. I was always thinking, I was always pissing me off that, those were out there, and it really doesn't matter anymore because, something, I can look up pretty much anybody if I know their name and their location. So stats, where I went to school, shit like that. I mean, that's going to be in the annals of history anyway. Because by the time this is all said and done, somebody's going to probably want to write a fucking book and then a movie about this whole incident. Because right now, yeah. Well, that's my dating bio. That's my dating bio, I think. Yeah, hey, want to say that to me? Is that good? Well, okay. Yeah, that was like a dating bio. Yeah. Oh, classmates. Okay, that probably be it. Yeah. Save it as a complete. You save it from IE, right? So you can save it as an NHT? Or... Yeah, good idea, good idea. Good. Good. Well, it's no big deal. It's on Classmates, right? Yeah, I'm a member there. So I forgot that was up there. So I just go down and download it. That's a big deal. Where you saved it to. Yeah, I do that a lot too. So it's what you do is you save it again and you find out where that's been saving it. Just do it again. It'll tell you. It'll open up the dialog box to let you know.
Oh, no boy.
Who? Oh, yeah. Oh, Goodwill Hunting? Yeah. It's just, yeah. This is honey dash bits. Honey dash bits. Oh, yeah. So yeah, that's Goodwill Hunting. That was a damn good. You gotta see that movie. It's a damn good movie. That is a damn good movie.
So why do you think I should work for the National?
Goodwill Hunting. I was really surprised. Normally, I'm not too crazy about Robin Williams. Yeah, he's never really been my kind of comedian. When I first saw him was in the stupid sitcom Mork and Mindy, which was stupid. I don't know how it got. I knew, I don't know whether the guy's gay or not, but I think that sometimes that plays into people being able to do certain industries because their alliances, their alliances kind of. Well, I've noticed not too many people. Well, there's some people that find them funny. I tell you one thing: you got to hear Red Skeletons. The Red Skeletons Pledge of Allegiance on YouTube. Red Skeletons Pledge of Allegiance on YouTube. Dude, right now, most young men don't realize in this country, we've already got foreign troops on our soil. This is in violation of the Constitution. We've got UN troops on our soil. We've got people and they're not supposed to be here, not under any circumstances, based on our Constitution. But we're headed for a one world government. And guess what? That was foretold in the Bible long time ago, even before we were a blip on any kind of screen. And the reason we have got to be taken down as a nation, and this is an absolute, undeniable fact, if we don't exist as the nation we are, there is nothing that stands between the rest of the world that hates Israel and Israel. And there begins World War III. And you got to ask yourself, why has Israel, the Israelites or Jews, been hated since time immemorial? And there is only one explanation, because I went searching for that answer for a long time. There's only one explanation I could come up with. I didn't find any general reason behind it, other than God chose them as His people. Now, we're all God's people, but God designated them as His people, and to them, they felt that was that made them special. Yeah, it made them special for attack by Satan. That's what it made them special for. It made them special in the eyes of the rest of the world because they were a shining example of what you shouldn't do if you're God's people. And that's why they've been the most tormented society culture in the history of the world. There has been no society that I can find outside of Israel, outside of Jews, that have been tormented as much as Jews have on this planet. Not one culture. It's amazing. So, but typically speaking, we cause our own shit. But that red skeleton thing is going to freak you out. It's dynamite. So what? Okay, you're yawning. When's the last time you checked your blood sugar? You're yawning. Yeah, how long you been up? No, seriously. If you get tired or thirsty and pissing a lot, or you get dizzy sometimes, or lightheaded for just no apparent reason, you gotta have your blood sugar checked. That's a sign of high blood sugar. Oh, okay. 4:30? Yeah, and you really should be yawning a couple of hours later, right? No, you shouldn't. Yeah, possibly. Well, anyway, listen, I'm just about ready to eat. It was good talking with you. So thanks for all the information and a good laugh too. That log was the beginnings of it was a riot. And I'll talk to Nismo. I'll get a message to Nismo to unban you. Oh, okay. Okay. We'll talk to you.